Right, next. I see a lot of people get into business and then by extension end up getting into politics. Politics is for big boy business. Politics is for Amazon. Politics is for the steel companies who have trade tariffs and fucking tax wars against China. You're a hustler. You're small time. You're going to be a multimillionaire and still be very, very small time. Politics is a mental trap, and it doesn't matter who president is, it ain't going to change whether you're going to be successful or not. Even if the president changes and taxes go up, I doubt the tax increase is going to be the threshold just enough to sink your business. You're either a business that makes it or you're a business that isn't. I doubt that a new president comes, tax goes up 2%, and then your business fails. I know this happens with some businesses in some industries and some sectors, but in your particular case, that's very unlikely. Politics is a mental trap. You do not have unlimited energy. You have a finite amount of energy, and you cannot waste it. Forget politics. You're a hustler. Forget politics completely until you're a multimillionaire. Only then do politics matter, because poor people are unimportant. If you're still poor, just forget politics altogether. This is a really key point. I see people get into business and they start talking about, oh yeah, well, we're going to lower the taxes through Trump. Shut up. Are you making millions of dollars? No. Who cares about taxes? Care about this. When this is big enough for the 1% tax increase to be worth millions, care. Until then, you're busy. Fucking dorks. On my notes here for my 100 lessons, the lesson I've written down here is famoose a goose and famease a geese. It's an important lesson. You got famoose a goose, you got famease a geese. See, you guys don't understand what that means. If you have the hustler mindset, that means something. You're sitting there going, what does that mean? It means something. So let me tell you the story of the time Glenda saved Christmas. So Glenda owned a company called Bomb Bomb, which was organic lip balm. And it was December 17th. And every single company had closed, basically. And we had no money for Christmas. Me, Dan, and Tristan, and my one member of staff when T2 was in its infancy for TV. We had no money. And we're trying to hard close business, but it was too late to get them on TV for Christmas. Everyone wants to do TV next year. Why would they pay you just before Christmas? They all like, we'll talk in the new year. It's impossible to get money out of anyone. And we're trying our best to hard close. If you buy now, you get a special discount on next year. If you buy now, we can get you bulk packages. By the time it gets to New Year, you can hit the ground running. We can already have your Advertising Standards Agency paperwork done. Every trick we can think of. And eventually, we, through a process of a 3-hour phone call, convinced Glenda, the owner of Bomb Bomb, to pay us half of an invoice of the upfront, which gave us like $7,000, which we split up between us, so we had $3,000 each for the week over Christmas. Now, to you, that doesn't make sense. You're like, okay, what's the point of the story? The point of the story is we needed money pronto. So we did everything it took and sat down and thought of every hard close. Advertising Standards Agency hard close, free airtime hard close, creative hard close, everything we could, and we tried it on everyone. And eventually, what we managed to do was famoose a goose. Does that make sense to you? You have to famoose a goose. Maybe if I didn't famoose that goose, in the new year she would have decided to do something else. A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. Money in the bank is money you can spend. Money in the bank is not money you can spend. Famoose the goose. So one of my cam girls had a really big birthday. 2 years ago on her birthday, her cam birthday, it was my birthday, and she'd like have balloons, and it would cost a certain amount to pop a balloon. There's a surprise inside, and she'd have a cake, and she'd drink shots and get drunk and have this big 12-hour show. She made $10,000 in a day on her birthday. For the year after, she started saying to all her customers a couple months in advance, don't forget my birthday. And all her customers would say, okay, I'm saving. And they'd stop tipping her to save money for her birthday. And she'd obviously still talk to them and give them lots of attention because they're saving for her birthday. And I told her, don't do that. What do you mean don't do that? I said, that is a fucking terrible idea. She goes, why? I said, because you're not famoosing the goose. You need to take the money now. You don't need them to save their money. You can save their money. Take their money now. Who cares if they tip you nothing on your birthday? It's just a day. If they've got money now, famoose it. Take it. Oh, but I want a big birthday. I want a big birthday. I was like, bitch, Don't you understand that these dudes are just going to spend the money somewhere else, or change their mind, or tip some other cam girl, or they're going to tip you a amount they saved to your birthday, which is less than the cumulative you would have had anyway if they tipped every day that they're supposed to. She wasn't thinking of how to famoose a goose.